Welcome, everybody, to Casting for Two, the podcast with your host, Chris. I am that guy that I just spoke of. Welcome, everybody. This is an exciting episode. This is episode number 208. And before I get into that, I'd like to talk about, as always, if you'd like to keep up with me, you can do that on my Twitter and Instagram, both at Casting for Two. And if you like the show, leave me a comment on iTunes. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know what you like and all that good stuff. And of course, you can catch my other podcast called Sunday Brunch with the beautiful and lovely and amazing Megan Johnson from tipsywriter.com. That's available on sundaybrunchpod.com as well as all the other iTunes and Google Play Musics and all that good stuff. I'm still in the thick of July episodes with all my awesome returning guests, and right now I'm looking for my notes, but I don't see my notes. I know I had her back in June 2014. I have the wonderful Caitlin Carver is back, and like I said, I had her on that long ago, and she was really one of the people that just stuck out at me when I was putting this kind of whole plan together to get returning guests. And I was so happy that I was able to chat with her again, because she is just a great person, a wonderful actress, and just super cool, super chill. And like I said, just phenomenal to chat with her again. I should probably stop talking and let's just get into this episode, right, Chris? So let's all just sit back, relax, and Chris, cue that music, please. I had to kill some time, sorry. What's going on?
I'm so sorry. I'm like so not tech savvy, and I realized that my Skype was offline the entire time.
It's all good. It's all good.
How are you?
I am doing well. And yourself?
I'm good.
Yeah? So this is kind of interesting. I didn't plan it this way. Today, 3 years ago, I posted our first chat.
No way.
Yeah, way.
What? Did it come up on your time hop or something?
It totally did.
That is too funny.
And I was just, oh, okay. Didn't plan that.
Oh, wow. How ironic is that?
It's ironic on an Alanis Morissette level. Yep. Getting those 90s jokes out pretty quick.
Hey, I appreciate them.
Yeah, no problem. So what's... I always like having guests return and stuff like that, because we got your origins out of the way.
Sure.
Everyone in the world knows who you are now. So now it's just general chit chat. We can talk about anything.
Yeah. Let's talk whatever.
Let's talk whatever. No. So what's been going on with Caitlin?
Man.
With you after, because we chatted.
Yeah, I was about to say, when did we chat? Was it 2014?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So obviously a lot has happened in the past 3 years.
First, yeah, absolutely, yes. The first thing I would like to say is Paper Towns could have used more Caitlin. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I had a lot of fun doing it. It was a very quick shoot. But I am a big fan of John Green, and I loved his book. So to play any small little role in that was like a huge honor for me.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, it was fun. I'd never worked on anything based off of a book or something that existed before being made into a film. So that was pretty cool.
And had you read the book beforehand?
I had read Fault in Our Stars, and then I
Okay.
got the audition for Paper Towns, and I went out and bought the book because I was curious, and I always do that with auditions, and then I'll either keep reading the book if I like it, even if I don't get the part, or I'll just like toss it in a drawer and never look at it again.
You're dead to me, book.
Yeah, I hate you. Uh, so yeah, no, I actually didn't hear for a while if I got the role. It was like a really simple audition. I just had to self-tape some improv. Um, so yeah, it was really easy, and I ended up just reading the book because I kind of fell in love with the first few pages after I started reading it. And then a couple weeks later, they were like, "Okay, we're gonna fly you to North Carolina." For I was only there for a week. I think I shot like
Gotcha.
3 days total, so it was very quick, but it was a lot of fun.
Nice. And so in the book, see, I'm not a reader, so it's
hmm
shocker world. Um, does Becca have a huge role in that, or is she?
Not really. I mean,
No.
she's
Okay.
sort of in the beginning before Margot runs away, and it's one of the reasons why she chooses to run away because she finds out that her boyfriend is cheating on her with her best friend,
Right.
who is Becca. So Becca's kind of ends up being one of the reasons that Margot runs away and this whole mystery unravels.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so and now we've talked about character development from our last chat.
Yeah.
Is there anything different now that you're doing to get into the mindset of a character?
Um, I think it changes almost weekly for me, depending on the project and how much research I need to do and whatnot. It definitely changes. I don't really remember what I was doing 3 years ago.
Hmm. Oh, let me tell you what you were doing.
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding.
I can't really remember where I was at 3 years ago, but after, spending the last 3 years in this industry and doing this and working on different projects, I've definitely found different ways to create these characters and develop them and get in depth with everything. So
Nice.
yeah, I'd hope I'm doing a few things differently just because I think I've grown a lot over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Um, so I've really found like an interesting depth to all of my work and it evolves every year. So that's been interesting actually to kind of see from my own eyes as every project I start finding new things in every character. And it's almost fascinating to me to see how much I grow with even each audition, not even each role that I play, but just each audition.
Nice.
Yeah.
And are you allowed to talk about the Tanya Harding movie?
I knew you were going to ask about
I
that.
was because it's because I don't like spoilers. I
hmm
hate spoilers. The
Well, I
thing,
won't give you any spoilers.
right. The thing is that this is a biography.
Yes.
So when you're playing, I forgot her name,
Nancy Kerrigan.
Nancy Kerrigan.
hmm
Did you, in preparation of this role, did you have to get hit in the leg repeatedly?
Not in preparation, but you
All
will you
right.
will see that in the movie.
It's and so when you're doing, we'll just touch on this a little bit because
Okay.
it's we got a while before that comes out. That I mean, is it weird portraying somebody that is an actual living human being?
It is. I think it's definitely weird to portray anyone who's ever been alive.
Right.
Because I mean, lucky for me, I have the internet and YouTube, and because that was such a huge story back in the 90s, there's countless interviews and clips of all of these characters and going in depth about what happened. And, I get to pick from those and sort of study these people, which was really interesting, especially with Nancy Kerrigan. I was always fascinated by the story, but after watching, endless amounts of videos and interviews on her, I have a new respect for her. She's a very strong person, and
Yeah.
um, she wasn't always too keen on talking about the incident and what happened. I think she tried to move on from that and just focus on her skating, but I actually really appreciated that about her.
Hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, it is interesting playing someone who's still alive. I actually I've never met her or anything, but she seems lovely. I watched her on Dancing with the Stars, so that was interesting.
And the movie goes into the Dancing with the Stars, right? Era.
No.
Oh, okay. Or is that a spoiler? You like blink twice if that's a spoiler.
No. She was just competing on it. But our movie, it focuses on Tanya Harding's life. Obviously, it's called I, Tanya.
Right.
And you see her from literally a child up until the age she is now. So it really touches on her life and how she was raised and the struggles she went through and the strengths that she had. And it actually, in an interesting way, makes you appreciate her. It's very fascinating. I will say that. It's one of the best scripts that I've probably ever read in my entire life.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah,
go.
it's really good. It's almost a dark comedy. It's really, really good.
And so what was the audition like for that?
For my character,
For your character, yes.
Yeah, I it's pretty much your everyday audition story.
Gotcha.
I met with casting, and I think it was in December. Did a couple scenes, and then I never heard anything, and I was like, cool, guess that's not happening. And then everybody went on winter break, Christmas break, and I got back early January to LA, and the next day I had a call telling me that I was going to play Nancy Kerrigan. I was like, what? I don't even remember when I went on that. You tend to forget auditions after they happen, and then if you do something, it's exciting, and if not, you've forgotten about it. So I've kind of started forcing myself to do that, because when I first started in the industry, I'd get extremely bummed if I didn't hear back from certain auditions or roles that I was really in love with. So now I've kind of made it a habit to just forget about it as soon as I leave the room. Gotcha. So I had done that, and then I randomly get this call, and I was like, oh, sweet.
No, thank you. I've moved on.
Yeah, no thanks. I will not be involved in this movie.
And so do you have any bad audition stories from your...
Oh, my God.
There we go. Yeah, I always get that reaction, and it always makes me smile.
You know what's funny is I've always wanted someone to ask me this question in an interview or anything, and no one has ever asked me, because maybe it won't be as funny to people listening, but to me, it's great. So I used to be a dancer. I don't dance anymore. But I was a dancer for a very long time, since I was 2 years old until I guess about 2 years ago is when I officially quit, even though I still do it for fun. But so I've been a dancer for a long time, and I got this audition, and it was for another ABC Family show called Switched at Birth.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like the sister show to the Fosters. So I think they were on the same night. So I always knew of Switched at Birth, and I'd always watch it after the Fosters or before it, whenever it came on. So I was like, oh, cool. And, I was on ABC Family for quite some time. So I was like, this is probably going to be my part.
Right.
So the character is a stripper. But it's on ABC Family, so it's very tastefully done. You don't see anything. And in my mind, I was like, well, that's really cool, because it'd be fun to play a stripper. I know how to dance. But obviously I wouldn't do a stripping role that wasn't ABC Family, because I'm not trying to get butt ass. Sorry, I probably can't cuss on here.
No, you can cut. You can say whatever you want. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not trying to get butt ass naked on anything right now. So yeah, I'm like, this is great. And in my audition email, it had, I think, 3 pages of dialogue. And then it said, please prepare a dance. And in my mind, I'm like, well, strippers just kind of like move around. They don't actually have like full routines as far as I knew.
Right.
So I thought to myself, well, I'm a dancer. I danced for so long. I'm just going to go in and improv, just create something up as I go.
Right.
So I get there, and the casting director's like, okay, did you prepare a dance? And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to improv a little bit. I was a dancer, so I think that's how I want to go about this. And she was like, okay, well, you're actually going to do it while you're reading the scene. And I was like, you want me to dance at the same time as reading the scene? She was like, yeah, pretend like you're teaching a girl to strip dance.
Okay.
And do the dialogue to me. So pretend like I'm the girl. I'm like, oh, okay, that's easy. I literally completely blanked out. I started a little bit and was trying to do the scene, but I obviously couldn't have my sides in my hand because I was dancing and I forgot it. I had to start over 3 times and I never made it through. I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't do it. And
Wow.
I ended up just walking out. It was just awful. Oh,
And now in my head, I'm picturing there is zero music.
oh, no music at all.
Oh,
So here I am like dancing to silence and I'm trying to like act with this casting director in front of me and seduce her through my dancing, but also like try to have a full scene.
right.
Oh, it was like the most embarrassing thing. And then I've had plenty of auditions where I've had to sing and I can't even carry a tune. So
Yeah.
those have been embarrassing enough. And I actually told my reps I would never go on another singing audition again.
And I mean, I'm assuming a majority of those auditions are recorded.
Oh, every single one of them.
So there's a library somewhere.
Yeah. Caitlin Carver's bad auditions.
And not only, but everyone's bad audition. Like they're in Egypt in the pyramid. That's where they store them all.
Oh, I know. I
That
always think it'd be so fascinating to be a casting director because you could, I'm sure they don't do this by any means, but they could just go back and watch like the most embarrassing auditions all day
yeah.
and just enjoy their life and watch
It's
these people kind of fail.
they have, because the casting directors, they're sitting watching the Oscars, and when Emma Stone wins, they cue up her worst audition and say,
Yeah,
her.
totally.
There we go. Well, I'm sorry you had to for that audition.
Oh, hey, it's all good. It's one of those things where as soon as I walked out, I thought that I would be very stressed and frustrated with myself, but I was honestly just laughing. I like couldn't have asked for a better audition story.
And so, what made you stop dancing?
Um, I still will go take some classes. There's a place in Silver Lake called Sweat Spot, and
Oh yeah, I love that place.
yeah, do you go?
No,
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
do you live in LA?
No,
Okay, that's what I thought.
I live pretty far away from LA.
Okay. So yeah, it's this place where a lot of non-dancers go and it's just it's every class is just like a feel-good class and you don't have to be the best dancer, but I don't know, I just kind of got like tired of it wasn't the right lifestyle for me. I'll put
Mhm.
it that way. It wasn't the right industry. I didn't feel very happy, and that's not to say that it's not for everyone because I
Right.
appreciate dancers so much and people that can stick it out in that industry, but it just wasn't for me. I'm like a grandma. I go to bed really early. I don't really party too much. And I was finding that a lot in the jobs that I would get as a dancer. And so I didn't feel happy. And what's the point in not being happy in life, right? So I just one day was like, you know what? I don't want to dance anymore. I'm not doing it. And I told my manager and he was like, that's fine. Don't do anything you don't want to do. So I quit, but I still dance around for fun. I dance in my bedroom a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. And are you? I don't. Last time I talked to you, you were huge into twerking. Is that still something that you're actively
Still
pursuing?
Still actively pursuing. Haven't quite made it yet, but I'm still working on it. I forgot about that. That's great.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, whenever I get, I can't sleep at night or something like that, I'll pop in an old interview, and not because I'm an egomaniac. Okay, let me just make that clear. Just there's some conversations that I've had that I miss that moment. Let me go back and just listen to it.
Right.
And
Right.
so one of the conversations I listened to is ours, just because talk a lot about Hannibal.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, I was weirdly into Hannibal. Not weirdly, it's still a good show. And Missy Elliot. Those are the main points on that episode.
See. Missy's good. She's still hanging in there.
Is she real? I haven't heard of anything from her in years.
Yeah, she released a single a
You know,
couple months ago or last year sometime.
maybe I did hear about this.
Yeah. She's still going strong, let me tell you.
God bless you, Missy Elliott. In your opinion, and there's no right or wrong answer, What for you is a perfect role?
I always think something that challenges me because I love to learn and challenge myself. I like very dramatic stuff, stuff that makes people ask questions and can maybe open people's eyes up to things and forces me to go into a deeper place in my everyday life. And I love indie filmmaking. I like the collaborative process. You can sort of be free and work closely with the director. And I think those are kind of the most beautiful movies that exist and some of the best roles out there in indie films. But I also I've said this before, I'd love to be a superhero because obviously. And like a Disney princess, those things are still a dream of mine. But I'd have to say something just that's very emotionally challenging and forces me to go to a deeper place. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not super picky about a sort of dream role. I think I read scripts and some things speak to me and that I never would have imagined that I would fall in love with. So I guess it's just about getting the right script and the right character and making that open your eyes up and realizing, oh, this actually probably was my dream role.
Now, what if that dream role has lots and lots of singing?
Then I probably won't even be getting an audition unless they are willing to hire a singing double or whatever they're called.
Oh, yeah. A voice stunt actress.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they call them. If you could put yourself into any movie, past or present, which movie would it be and what role?
I would play... see, if you asked me this a couple years ago, I would have said Black Swan and Natalie Portman's role.
Yeah.
Because I love the ballet in that movie is so beautiful, and the movie in itself is incredible. But one of my all-time favorite movies is Walk the Line, and I would love to take over Reese Witherspoon's role.
That I was thinking about that movie the other day. I don't know why, but I was watching Logan, the same guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just realizing her role is a singing role, so I don't really know how that would work out.
Yeah. Now I want to change my role to Reese Witherspoon in Sing. Wait
a second. Let me backtrack a little bit.
Well, I mean, she doesn't sing that much.
No, she doesn't, but she definitely goes on stage a few times, and
that's true. If Ryan Gosling can learn how to play the piano, I feel like you can learn how to sing better than Reese Witherspoon.
I've taken quite a few singing lessons, and I don't see myself improving, so just kind of put that to the side a little bit. But right. I'd be willing to give it a try if I could, go back to whatever year that was, probably early 90s, and star and Walk the Line.
Oh, no, that was 2000.
Was it 2000?
Yeah, it was
2001? It was early.
No, it was later. It was 2000 and maybe 7.
Really?
Yeah.
I know my film history.
Or maybe it was 2005. Around there. Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I was working at a movie theater. That's how I remember.
Oh, awesome. See, I never had an appreciation for that movie until I got a little bit older. But I'm from Alabama, so country music and stuff, Johnny Cash. My parents always listened to it, but as a rebellious teenager, I was like, I like rap music. And then when I sort of grew out of that phase and started becoming an adult, I found this appreciation for that. I got this really incredible record player, and I got a little Johnny Cash vinyl that I pop on there sometimes.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then the rest is history.
The rest is history.
I was going to ask you another question. I forgot. I forgot. It's gone. So one of the things that I do on the show, I like to ask rapid fire questions.
Oh,
but okay. I don't want you to feel like you have to answer them quickly. You can take your time. So I call it leisurely rapid fire questions.
Awesome. I was about to say, can you like crop this interview so it
No,
sounds rapid?
I'm going to make it go longer, if anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just add
Awesome.
dead air. So I'll just ask you five questions.
Okay.
Do you do a celebrity impression?
Yes.
Okay.
I can do Robin Williams is Mrs. Doubtfire, but only one line from the movie, which I don't know why this came to my mind.
Okay.
When he's you've seen the movie probably.
Oh my gosh, of course.
Great movie.
Yeah.
One of the best. So when he's on the phone, impersonating different people to try to get the job as playing the nanny to his kids.
Correct.
He's like on the phone talking about females or something, and he's like, I used to be one.
Right.
And I say that all the time. I have no clue why. So I guess that's not really a celebrity. It's more so a movie character. But I say that. Oh, and Megan Fox in Holiday in the Sun, which is this Mary-Kate and Ashley movie.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
She's so bad. I hope she never hears this interview. She is so terrible. And she says this line. She goes up to either Mary-Kate or Ashley, and she's interested in the guy that she's talking to. His name's Jordan. And she's like, I get what I want. And this winter break, I want Jordan.
Oh.
And then she like flips her hair and turns away. It's so good.
That is classic, teen villain.
It's so good. She's got this like total like SoCal vibe to her. Oh, it's so good.
All right. So what was this called?
That is Megan Fox in Holiday in the Sun. It's a Mary-Kate and Ashley movie. I used to be obsessed with them, so I probably watched it one too many times.
Well, now everyone's going to watch it. I'm sure it's Netflixable. Whatever.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure.
Pick a Wilson, okay? You have your choice between Owen, Rebel, and Wilson from Castaway. You have to pick a Wilson.
Wilson from Castaway?
Yeah, the volleyball.
Oh. I was like, wait, what? I'm going to go with Owen.
Owen. Wow. Okay.
I was going to go with Rebel, but I just recently watched Midnight in Paris. So yeah. Owen was the first on my mind.
That's okay. He's the first. Well, besides Wilson, the volleyball from Castaway, I feel like Owen he's pretty close in there. Peanut butter, chunky or smooth?
Oh, crunchy salted almond butter from Trader Joe's.
Oh my gosh.
I don't eat peanut butter. I like almond butter.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm not going to give you that question then. Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
NSYNC.
All right. Then for this question there is a right answer, and you picked it.
Oh, good. I'm glad I did. I should have gone with like 98 Degrees and thrown it all off, but
and that would have been fine. If somebody said O-Town, I'm like, you win.
Oh, yeah.
You win. That's it.
Yeah.
We're done. We're done here. You own this podcast. And the last question: can you spell Schwarzenegger?
Oh. Oh my gosh. S.
Yeah.
C-H.
Yeah.
W.
Yeah.
A-R.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so hard.
You're so good though. You're going
A-R-T?
No.
Oh.
It's what'd you say?
Z?
Correct, yes.
Yeah. A? No. Wow, I've never tried to spell that word. Nor will I ever try again.
You're so close. It's after the Z, it's Enegger.
Oh man.
I as I was writing it, I misspelt it. That's how bad I am.
That's a challenging one.
Yeah, and you look at it, and it looks like a fake. It looks like gibberish.
Oh, it does. Complete gibberish.
Nah, that's okay.
Which that was my last name.
It can be.
Hey, it could.
You just change your name.
He's got a son, right? Just kidding.
That, you know what? I was saying you just change your last name. If you want to, become part of the family, that's your prerogative. All right.
Just change it.
I'm not gonna stop you.
Might have to do that.
Do you have a favorite cheat food?
Yes, a lot of them.
Because I follow you on Instagram, and you sometimes post about the food that you eat, and I'm just always curious.
Yeah, I love food.
Yeah.
So I don't really know how much of cheating I'm doing because it's pretty much every day that I'm eating something bad. I try to stay pretty healthy, but I love pizza. I love cheese. So like a cheese plate, I could go in on that. Mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And then probably donuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I feel like I'm feeling a theme, and it was cheese, but then you threw donuts in there.
Yeah. What's weird is that I feel like a few years ago and when I was a kid, I always had a sweet tooth. So anything I ate was sugar. And as I'm getting older, I'm becoming like more of a salty.
Right. Yeah.
Savory. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally. Every once in a while, because I'm a salty guy as well. Salted caramel is the best thing.
Oh.
I had a salted caramel ice cream sandwich, and I was just, thank you.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
And now, could you trust somebody that doesn't like pizza?
No.
Yeah. I've talked to two girls that, hate pizza. I go, I don't want to be mean, but what is wrong with you?
I have a friend. Oh, well, I'm just kidding. I was going to say she's not my friend anymore.
She's
girl,
a buddy.
Yeah, she's just a buddy now because she loves pizza, but she doesn't like cheese. So she takes the cheese off of her pizza and eats bread and tomato sauce. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't know if I should trust you or not.
That seems like a buddy move for sure.
Yeah, so she got moved to the buddy zone.
That's,
Yeah.
I know. I understand that. For the people at home who would like to keep up with everything that you do, where can they do that?
Well, my IMDb for one. Yep. That shows pretty much everything that I'm involved in. I'm on Instagram, which is probably my main source of social media, and that is Kate Carv, CaitCarv. And I pretty much only use that. I used to be heavily involved in Twitter, which is Kate Carv as well. And then my Facebook, I think, is Caitlin E. Carver. But I got to say, I'm like a little bit over the social media thing.
Gotcha.
Not in a bad way. I just, I keep myself so busy. And for a while, it was like, you got to tweet. You got to do this. You're going to get more jobs if you do this. And I'm a rebel. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to do any of that and see if people can appreciate my work versus how many followers I have. No. But I still love Instagram. I got to say, I love pictures. I love seeing what people are up to. So I still use that one all the time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, Caitlin, thank you for chatting with me once again.
Of course.
I'm always happy to have you back, and whenever you want to come back, just let me know.
Hey, anytime. I'm free.
We got to have you back after the Tanya movies so we can talk all about the spoilers, and we'll talk about you getting hit in the shin.
Let's do it.
It's going to be nothing but that.
Hey, I'll talk for 30 minutes on that. It was very fun to do.
But yeah, I'll let you go and have some almond butter.
I will probably be doing that as soon as we hang up.
There you go. Have a good one, okay?
All right, you too. Talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay.